Steve. Hey guys, hope everybody is doing well and keeping healthy. If you're new here, my name is Kyle and I make language learning videos backed by science to help me and you all improve faster and easier. If that sounds interesting to you, consider subscribing to the channel down below so you don't miss out. In this video, I'll be discussing the language learning app that has drastically changed my approach to language learning. I'm not going to break down and analyze the generic language learning apps that I'm sure you're all very familiar with. You wouldn't be looking on YouTube for an answer for more if you were going to settle with something like Duolingo. If you're looking for a language learning website or app that is not like the rest, which doesn't teach you in the generic, boring way that most apps do, then you are in the right place. One word of warning though, if you would rather be spoon-fed the language and are not interested in investing in your language learning journey, then this video will not be for you. However, if you keep an open mind, stay until the end of the video and you might change your mind. App or the website that I'm going to be discussing today is called Lingq, spelled L-I-N-G-Q, pronounced Link. There will be a link in the description box below if you want to check it out for yourself after the video, where I'll be discussing how to use it, why I like it, and how it has still some room to grow. The first thing I want to go through is that it is not a conventional learning approach. No, it's not going to make you sit through 5 lessons on numbers, 3 lessons on fruit, and 7 lessons on directions. No. They say on their website, learning languages enjoyably with interesting, authentic content in a global community. Listen and read, grow your vocabulary, learn anything on the web. But what does this mean? Basically, if you've heard of Stephen Krashen before, you'll understand that I already know this point I'm about to make. That is, he believes, and this is what Lingq is founded on, he believes that the best way to learn a language is through input and exposure. And Lingq allows you to do just that. It's kind of hard to explain, but it allows you to explore the language and explore the things that you find interesting. It doesn't explicitly teach you the language like a typical app or language learning platform would. You just have to discover the language for yourself. Where a normal app like Duolingo will go through lessons to teach you how to say your name and introduce yourself, Lingq will provide you a guided course in the beginning filled with small dialogues and texts for you to read, listen to, and translate if you need to, in order to learn how to say what you want by yourself. Another point that makes Lingq really stand out amongst the language learning apps is that it is essentially fully customizable and personalizable. I've already mentioned to you all that you can choose what you want to learn and learn what you want to. But how? You can select what interests you, and then on the lesson feed page, you can see pages and pages of tailored things for you to read to or listen to about things that you find interesting because you selected them. This helps because if you're interested, then you're more likely to continue learning, not get bored, and not lose motivation. The third point that I'm going to talk about today is one of my favorite parts about Lingq. It lets you turn the internet into your own personal language learning library. This uses a Lingq Chrome extension, which enables you to import anything from the internet onto Lingq as a lesson for you to go through and analyze. The most recent thing that I've imported was in German. I went through this in my video where I tried to learn German in 1 week. I'll put it up here. So I searched on Google for A1 stories in German and I found a good website I'll link it in the description, for a variety of different stories, but I chose the fairy tales from them. And I also downloaded a Chrome extension to enable me to download audio from a web page. Then I could use that to import into the lesson in Lingq. This whole importing process also works for Netflix shows. I won't go through it in this video, but you can import the transcripts from Netflix shows from the subtitles so you can analyze it in Lingq. This helps for learning how the language is actually spoken rather than the written language, because they can differ quite a bit sometimes. In case you get overwhelmed or just need some answers to anything that you're reading to help you better understand why it's being written like that or why they say it like that, there's an inbuilt grammar explanation section on Lingq itself. And for the languages I've studied on Lingq, the explanations are very good. The biggest thing on Lingq is about learning words. If you want to know more about how to learn words or how many words you need to know, I have a video up on my channel about that in more detail if you want to click here. But on the Lingq platform, when you come across a word that you don't know, it's it is blue. You can then save the word along with the translation and any tags that you want to assign it. This can then later be reviewed in a spaced repetition strategy. And by testing yourself with a vocab review section, you can change the level. And this relates to how well you actually know the word and how often Lingq tells you to review the word. This vocab review strategy is very useful. However, I think Lingq could improve on some aspects and to allow you to customize the words you're learning a bit more. For example, going to the vocab section here, we see terms I've saved over 1,000 words at the moment, and we can go into review. You can see it gives different options here, or you can go into review settings and select whatever type of test or review strategy you want to do. But if we go into the words here, we go to Abend, you can see it just has the word. If there was a way to add a picture, or if you could change the original context and save a sentence with it that you came up with yourself, I think that would be a very, very good thing to add, and it might not be that hard, so it could come in the future. Okay, so I hope you learned something and can understand why I primarily use Lingq to learn my languages. I do branch out and use other resources as well to have a little bit of variety when language learning, but I do use Lingq every day. Again, as I mentioned before, there is a link in the description if you want to check out Lingq for yourself. And if you enjoyed the video, you'd leave a like and comment what you think about Lingq, if you're going to try it or if you've already tried it. Subscribe below to keep up to date with the videos that I produce. And yeah, for the meantime, you can check out these videos that will pop up in your screen now. Slán.